not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that.
How the hell y'all doing, baby? How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I'm sorry I missed Sunday. There's no excuses for it. Just life in general. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in, followed by Trudy Baxter, Kelly Harris, Jeanette Miller. Sam is with us, thank goodness. Benny Hartelman is here. Jenny Love, Debbie Capran, Roger Himmelwright. Everybody's here. Sammy Marcy, Bishichik, thank you very much, darling. Anyway. Linda Gallup, Denise Holt, Big Johnson's in the room, so what more can you ask for? And that's Serrano, Kelly Harris, Nikki Oliver, Linda Karsten. Got a lot of names in here. Bruce Beach, Bruce Preston, David Ritchie, Linda Linda's here from Seattle. Don't worry, baby. It's just me. Jay Nosewick is here. Cam Search. Everybody's here. Let me get on down here to the bottom where we will not get started. Anyway, what's going on in the news? You know, there was so much to rant about today. There was so much running in my head with what he's done in the last several days. Today, wake up, he put a funding freeze on everything. Federal funding freeze on everything. Nobody gets shit. Thank goodness a judge has already put a stay on that, but only until Monday, baby. Only until Monday. You know, you throw into account everything he's done since he came in, and you could be left with no other conclusion as this is a direct assault on our system of government, on the way this country has functioned for generations, how we've moved forward. This looks like a big step backwards, baby. It's a power grab. He is trying his best to create as much hate, discontent, and confusion out here as he possibly can. You conquer, you divide, you conquer. You know, you get them all upset. Well, we can't afford that shit. I'm upset. Hell, I got lots of reasons to be upset. I got lots of reasons not to give a shit anymore. But I can't do that. And neither can you. This resistance that we built up during his first term, and that continued through all the way through the Biden administration because of his bullshit. Well, he's back, baby. And he's back with a vengeance, and that's exactly what he's out for. Revenge. He's out to power grab, to try to destroy the institutions that we live by, to tear it all down. You know, sort of like the Reichstag when it got burned down in the 1930s. Yeah, There's a pattern here. Conquer and divide is the oldest strategy in the book, baby. And that's what he's trying to do. But his little foray into shutting everything down is not only going to affect the people he hates, it's going to affect the people that supported him. I wonder what these people are going to think when he cuts subsidies, when he cuts any kind of assistance, any kind of college programs, any kind of anything. Will they stay with him? Will they continue to hold him up as the crown leader, the crown of this country, the grand poobah, I don't know what he wants to be called. You're right, Greg Hughes. It's going to be a long 2 years, baby. It's going to be a long 2 years before the midterms. But before we have a chance to correct the mistake that this country has made by putting the Republicans in charge of everything. They are nothing but a rubber stamp to him now. There is no opposition to anything he wants to do within the Republican Party. They've lost their way, baby. They've sold it all to a golden calf. I'm struggling. I'm struggling hard, dealing with the loss of my wife and what that means after 48 years. So yeah, I got a lot of reasons I could just fucking quit. But as hard as it is to go on, that's exactly what I have to do. That's exactly what we all have to do. I'm not the only one in this family that has suffered loss recently. Not the only one in this family that has serious concerns over what's going to happen in my life. There's more that binds us together than just this asshole. And I just want to say I'm thankful as hell for this Blue Dot family. And a bunch of other mushy shit. Anyway. Hi, Miss Chick.
Boy, howdy shit, John.
Boy, howdy shit. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I say that for several reasons. One, shit. But two, we hit 60,000 subscribers.
We did. I noticed that. I noticed it right before I came on here. When I went to YouTube to turn it on to get ready, I said, oh, look at there. We hit
thank
60,000.
every single one of them.
Every single one of them. And not only for following this family, for being a part of this family, but I know if you're listening to me, you're listening to others.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, that's damn well important because John's has got his shit together. So I encourage you, things like the Midas Touch Network or Tennessee Brando or Robin Kincaid or just anybody you pick to stay involved, to stay informed. You know, somebody wrote today that she's having a hard time between staying informed and remaining sane.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, it's a bit much to handle.
It is a bit much.
But we've been through shit before. We've been through harder shit before. So
I found a poem today.
Really?
It is a recent poem by hang on, Allison Lutterman. I found it on rattle.com. Anyways. It's called Praise the Broken Promise of America.
Oh.
Praise deep mineral veins under rich dirt and fossilized remains of dinosaurs turning themselves into gas for our benefit. Praise the exhausted earth, miles and miles of subsidized corn and cattle blowing from their hellholes in automated milking barns. Praise farm workers raising before dawn their sore backs and aching knees. Praise the myths that drew them here, stories eagerly consumed when there was nothing to eat but faith. Praise the courage of the reverend who looked the dragon in the eye and preached mercy. Praise whatever hidden waterways are still pristine. Praise music that refused to play at the funeral of democracy. and the killing cold that swept through Washington when the fake Pope took power. Praise drag queens and lipstick lesbians, boys who are girls and girls who are lions, butch women wearing tool belts, and all the music theater nerds who are even now building new passageways, mapping the next underground railroad, and suiting up to be conductors. Oh, everybody get on board. This train will chug quietly across the Great Plains and over rocky Sierras into the desert where people still leave bottles of water and packets of food for the desperate who have always been the lifeblood of this nation. It will stop in obscure hamlets to pick up fugitives with tears tattooed on their cheeks and fraying backpacks overspilling with contraband books. Praise the weirdos, because if anyone can save us, it will be us. And praise all the glittering illusions we gawked at, ignoring our own neighbors in favor of a 24-hour peep show on the internet. Praise the convict firefighters on the front lines in LA, battling the insurmountable for $10 a day. We gambled our future for a hot air balloon with a hole in it. Praise our reckless hubris and the infinite distractions of the hall of mirrors we find ourselves in now, and bless our overwhelmed brains, scurrying like mice for shelter. Bless our collective rage, and protect the officers who stood up on January 6th and now see their attackers roaming the streets like rabid dogs. Oh, bless the animals we have always been in our coats and shoes and clumsy language. Bless our willful ignorance, so enormous, so world-altering, that like the Great Wall of China, it can be seen from outer space, where the gods are shaking their heads even now, in pity and in awe.
That is fantastic. Who wrote that?
Allison Lutterman.
Allison Letterman.
Lutter, Luter, Lutterman, M-A-N.
Letterman. Letterman. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What powerful words.
Yeah.
What a statement of our times.
Yeah.
Can you post that somewhere?
Maybe.
Or send me a copy. That is
Maybe.
inspiring. It speaks a lot.
It does.
This is going to be a test, baby. This is on another level. His plans, his dreams, whatever he's got in store. It's going to challenge not only our system, our way of life here. He's trying to impact it around the world. You know, it pulled out of the World Health Organization. Really? How in the hell does that help? It doesn't. It doesn't. He doesn't care. He wants power. He wants a government that is fearful of him, and a populace that is just too tired to resist, that gives up with all the bullshit stacked one on top of another. Okay. That we get tired and we give up. As tired as we can get, we can't afford to give up. Like I said, others before us had much more difficult times, maybe, and they didn't give up.
Yeah. Yeah, but it sort of felt like, and I understand that they're exhausted too, but it felt like some of our senators were giving up, and I just can't imagine being in that hall of horror every day, to tell you the truth.
Congress is...
But, yeah, we want them to just say no to everything. Just say no. Don't try and make any compromises with these people. It's not going to work. And right now, Trump doesn't even care if half of what he's doing goes anywhere. He's just, like you always say.
A lot of that.
Throwing
yes.
shit at the wall, right?
Just throwing shit at the wall, see whatever sticks, whatever he throws up there is going to upset people. Look what he just did.
The other part that I was thinking about today was, because the first response is, well, that's not legal. That word legal pops up, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's not constitutional.
Legal means law, means lawyers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have judges and different people saying, oh, and they start doing the legal schmiegel stuff and throwing that around. Do you think it's more about seeing every area of resistance in terms of, which judges are going in which direction, which group of lawyers is being on which side? It's all a test. It's all a test. Everything's a test with this. It really is.
It will be. everything for the next 4 years. If we last that long, like I said, we
Yeah.
got the midterms coming. And like I said the other day, our political season starts the day it ends. It never ends.
It does. It does. In fact,
It goes on.
one of my
It
senators
wears you out.
just said he is not going to run. He is not going to run next. I think he's due in 26 to
Really?
for re-election, and he's nope. Gary Peters has said I'm done, and it was a surprise to everybody. I'm done. So now everybody's scrambling for that seat, and it was thrown out there and asked whether Pete, because Pete is in Michigan, Pete Buttigieg, whether or not he might be interested in running for that Senate seat. And he said, "Yeah, I might think about it. I'll consider thinking about it."
He should.
So,
He
yeah,
should.
well, I thought he was going to maybe run for governor, which was what everybody was speculating. But, now he's got some bigger decisions
Now
to
he's
make.
got Senate.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, hey, let me catch up real quick and thank Right Plight. Right, where's my banger? Oh, Right Plight, who came in with $2 Canadian and said it only took 7 days for a judge to say no. But the judge only said no till Monday.
But it took a whole 7 days.
Yeah, it took a whole 7 days. Silly Bebo came in with a $2 donation. So we are all glad and grateful that you are here. Baby, I should be donating to you because I'm so grateful y'all are here. I am because I had a hard fucking time on Sunday and I just came this fucking close to just stopping. Just stopping.
1 minute at a time sometimes,
Can't
John.
do
1
that.
minute at a
Can't
time.
do that. I have a Blue Dot family here that has put so much faith in me, has been stood by me for going on 9 years. Shit. Anyway.
All that mushy stuff. And
Yeah.
I also have
All that mushy shit.
Shifty Lincoln in comments from your rant the other day dropped $2 and said Fred Trump should have worn a condom.
Do what now? Say that again.
Shifty Lincoln left $2 in comments and had said Fred Trump should have worn a condom.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, safe sex, Fred. Should have had it.
Should have happened, but it didn't. Now we're stuck with the results of that. But man, I'm telling you, he is he's gone off the deep end. Anyway, Patty, how in the hell are you doing?
Man, can I double up on that boy howdy shit?
Boy, howdy
Yes.
shit. Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Man,
What a
the
run,
Becky
huh?
of, are you shitting me?
What's that?
With a hefty "you're shitting me."
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Are
What a
you
week.
shitting me? He's going at he's doing as much as he's throwing everything out there. He is going to try to just put a wrench into every process in this country.
Yeah, just like Project 2025 told us it was going to be.
Hey, imagine that. Imagine that.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
executive orders, the wording and the typing, the placement, it's almost like they just copy and paste it right out of the playbook.
Well, he didn't
mean-
read it. He didn't read it.
Yeah, he can't
He
read,
didn't
so
it. He doesn't.
he
He
does
doesn't
have
believe in
copy
it.
paste.
And yeah, all that shit that he said before. You know.
Oh, he's up there asking his guy, what does this mean after he signs it?
Yeah. Because he doesn't give a shit. Because he's not the guy in
No.
charge. Because he's
Only
not the
thing he
guy in
cares
charge.
about is golf.
He's
just
got
wants to get back to that golf course. That's his whole goal.
That's it. That's it. He
Well, they're
wants
all
to get.
down in Florida right
He
now.
wants all this
What-
publicity first, though. He wants all this publicity. Looking to get him. Well, everybody's going to be talking about Donnie and everything. And then, yeah, he wants to fade into the golf course. But all of this isn't just him. There's some of it in there, like the Gulf of America shit, that kind of shit. That's Donnie.
So,
Everything else, you can bet your ass that there's people behind the scenes of him just cranking away. And most of them are probably from Project 2025. So,
yeah,
because that's
buddy,
where
and
everything
they've
looks
been
like
drinking
it's going.
since the mid-'80s. Yeah, they've been cranking with old Newt and the boys since the mid '80s, and they finally got their little figurehead in office that they can manipulate. And boy, old Putin is sure happy. I'll tell you what, he's
Don't
in
you
hot heaven
know?
right
Don't you know? He's laughing his ass off right now.
I think Netanyahu's kind of happy too. I don't know.
now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Netanyahu's tickled to shit. What was it Trump said? He just wants to get rid of all the Palestinians, split them up between Jordan and Egypt, and just clean the whole place out.
Clean the whole place out.
I'm telling you, I've been saying it for years and years. That two-state solution shit is just bullshit that they feed the public. Like, we're working on this big deal. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's all been bullshit. There is no two-state solution when you have one country that's already overrun everything else. Gaza and the West Bank. They own it all. River to the sea, baby. So get off of this shit that there's some kind of solution out there. Because there
a
ain't.
piece of land that's been fought over for the past 8,000 years.
You think they're gonna stop now? No.
No.
No, they're not
Right.
gonna stop.
It gives them a reason to kill each other, I guess. I don't know.
It's
Well,
sad.
Rationalizations and justifications go a long way for the addicted mind. And, I've had some pretty good luck the past few months in flipping some of my friends, flipping a red hat here and there, but this is, the folks around me at least are really emboldened and not taking anything for advice or any talking points. And, it's tough because, denial.
It's funny. Everybody around me drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Everybody
and
around
even
me
some of the
drank the
folks I
Kool-Aid.
flipped have gone back and put their red hats back on because of the
Yeah.
emboldenment, because of the J6 and these assholes getting released and the empowerment that it brings to them,
Yeah, made them heroes. That's what he did. That's what he did. He held up the January 6th convicted felons above the law, the police, above the law. Put them above the law officers that were challenged that day.
Yeah.
He wants to make them the heroes because they worship him. It's all about him. Everything is about worshiping the what do they call Kim Jong-un?
Dear leader.
Dear leader. The dear leader. That's what he wants. And he ain't going to stop till he gets it. He already got people out there talking about trying to introduce shit to give him another term. This is it's ridiculous.
And then 2 days later, they have to reword it so Obama can't be part of that third term.
Yeah. They had to precisely word it so Obama could not come in. I wish that man could come in. Hey, let me send out a quick thank you to Lisa Lovely, LPA, who came in with a $2 donation and said, fuck the felon 47. Well, she didn't really say that. She said F, $, and K. So it just optically says, fuck Trump. And Peter came in with a $50 donation and said, Trump complaining about the border criminals and releases 1,500 terrorists. No shit. No shit. He's complaining about migrants being criminals and coming across the border. He's letting them out, the homegrown terrorists.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, think
You
about
already
that
got one
shit.
back in jail, and one got shot, but
It's
just-
all optics. I've seen a story about the photo op of them lining migrants up onto a C-130 or whatever it was. Look at here, Trump's doing the business. And then it got that whole thing with Colombia and shit. It's optics. Now Trump bullied the shit out of Colombia and got Colombia to back down. But I don't think we've seen the end of this shit. It's the world has to stand up to his ass, not just us in this country. The world has to stand up to his ass. And let me thank Gregory Brown, who just came in with $20 and said he serves up fries. McDee's has an E. coli outbreak. He wants to mess with the Gulf, and the coast turns into the ring of ice. He has never left anything he touches intact. He doesn't. He destroys everything. I got that conversation today. You look at his whole history as nothing but a series of construction projects that he had nothing but lawsuits. Every contractor that ever worked for his ass, every working man that ever worked for his ass had to take him to court to get fucking paid. And yet he's the champion of the working man? Are you shitting me? He's violating. He's a salesman. He hawks everything, and he's not going to stop doing that either. He'd sell the fucking White House if he could.
And we saw how
Pieces
he
of-
does that. He takes everything to court. He complains that
Yes.
the product wasn't, it was inferior. They didn't do what I asked them to do.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah. Oh, he'd
Now-
tie it up in court. You would have to, if you were a contractor trying to get your money out of him, you're going to lose all your money just in court fees and lawyer fees and shit that it takes to get your money. That's his theory. That was his plan of attack, his modus operandi, his business.
Scam, scam, scam.
Yeah, nothing but a
Yeah.
scam. And he scammed the American people.
Mhm.
And
Some of them. Not all of us.
Not all of us. Not all of us, baby. What's that
I
old
invoke
saying?
it.
You can fool some of the people some of the time.
Yeah.
All the people some of the time. Some of the people some of the all the time. Ah,
Yeah,
but you can't fool all the people all the time, and that's us. We've stood firm for 9 fucking years over this shit.
Mhm.
Think I'm going to back down now? No, baby. We've got to do some brainstorming. We have to come up with ways that we're going to attack this, because we can't be silent about this shit. We can't turn
And
a
I was
blind
pretty
eye.
optimistic for a little while there. I really did think, that Kamala and man, the hope was there, right? It was there,
Yeah.
but man, it's the tough times that get us. It's the tough times that make us what we are. That
It is.
it is the
It
steel
is.
that sharpens the steel, and
Yeah.
It is. It's
But the cautionary tale is, and I know a lot of people want us to or think we should go out and protest in mass. No. That's what he wants. He wants a reason to call out the National Guard,
that's true.
call out
That's
the
true.
troops against us. That's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Not going to
Hey,
give them a
This
reason to
fight,
play
this
that.
fight has to be in the halls of Congress.
Yes.
But that starts with us.
And here
That's
on the
the
internet.
whole do for two. Call a friend, write a letter, talk to your congressman, write your senator. These are
Or
all
write
things
somebody
that we've done
Senator.
all
Doesn't
the
have to be
time.
your senator. Tell somebody
What's
that?
that?
You think they think. Call some other senator. Tell them you think
Yeah.
you don't.
Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
your senator.
Let 'em
Hell,
know.
write a letter to all of them.
Yeah.
That's
and
not
go
a
to
bad idea.
moveon.org and sign petitions. If you can
Sign
sign 3
petitions.
petitions a day, it only takes 5 minutes and it goes a long ways. It's the voice, the collective squeak that gets the grease, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease,
it.
and the
Yep.
squeakier we get, the
If
better. In
nothing
my
else, they
opinion.
know that
got-
we're listening. We see what
We
they're
have
doing.
to be mighty damn squeaky nowadays. We really
But they
do.
have a mandate, so we can't, buck against the mandate.
Well, we can, but we can
Yeah.
do it carefully
Well-
in a manner that doesn't get us hurt and gets heard.
All right, well, hold on to your britches. Hello, Dave.
Yep. How you going, guys? How's things in America? What's
Yeah.
happening over there? Any
Not
news?
a thing, Dave. Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Everything's over here just hunky dory, just peaches and cream, rainbows, and unicorns and shit.
Okay, let's.
How's things in Australia?
Good. We've combated anything happening like what's happening in America over here. We've put a $20,000 limit on political donations.
Oh,
So no one or anyone can donate any more than $20,000 to any party. So corruption cannot get involved. But we
yeah. You have a
we're
limit
pretty sharp here.
on how long a primary or an election season is.
Well, our
I
election
don't know
season
about
only
that in
runs for-
Australia, but I know in other places. We're the only country that has a 24-hour, 365-day a year campaign going on for
Well,
president
we
or
run
Congress.
about a 3-month system here. They can start about 3 months ahead. They can have little things, but they can't have campaigning and all the full blown bullshit for at least 3 months prior to the election. And there's none of this stuff that you have, the big rallies and all that. It's just you over in America make it like a circus because you treat your famous people, and you got to say Trump was a famous person before he became president or run for president, but you treat your famous people like they're all gods. Your movie stars and your
Yeah.
sports stars. And what that does is that gives them a bigger voice than they're entitled to have. And it becomes dangerous. That where their opinion
And that's where we're at right now.
A cult of personality. I mean, with your situation, if it talks like a Nazi, if it acts like a Nazi, if it walks like a Nazi, and it hangs around with other Nazis, it's a fucking Nazi. And
when did you bring Elon Musk into the conversation?
Well, Elon Musk comes in with the Blitzkrieg.
Yes, he's over there addressing the extreme right-wing party in Germany. I can't remember the name of it. It's
and
3 letters.
Get over the Holocaust.
Yeah, get over the Holocaust. Don't worry about that. Don't pay attention to your past history. Forget about that stuff.
Right.
It's happened. It's over. Let's move on to the same thing. That's the problem. That right wing.
What concerns me is the release of all those J6 people. You know what they are, don't you? You know what they're going to become. They are going to become the brown shirts. They are going to become the goon squad that goes out and like the.
That's what I said. If you think those people were going to be released and go home and fade into obscurity and just go back to their jobs and all that, no, they've got a taste of celebrity. They're heroes to the right, to the maggot crowd, to Trump.
But they'll be
They're
Trump's
heroes.
strong arm. They'll be his strong arm.
Yeah, the ones that will do anything for him.
I mean, look what he done to Rachel Maddow yesterday. He put a target on her back. He got on and berated her on X, and now she has a target on her back. This
Jim
man
Acosta,
is
too.
a sick.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Acosta moved sideways. I don't think he got sacked. He got moved to a job within the late night circuit, like a midnight show or something.
Yeah, they wanted to move him to the midnight show, and Jim Acosta has a big following.
Didn't he resign?
He wasn't towing the Trump line like CNN wants to do, I guess.
Yeah.
I have lost my faith in CNN. I have. I've gone full-fledged MSNBC because I don't want to listen to more bullshit from CNN.
Yeah, I don't
But
listen.
he accused CNN. Last night, he accused CNN and MSNBC as being low-rating television stations, basically, that are going to go out of business. That's a threat. That was a threat. You're going to go out of business.
Well, look what the White House press briefing did today. Who was the first one they called on? Breitbart? Really?
Yeah.
Breitbart?
Yeah.
That's the first one they called a question on. You know where that's going. You know where it's going.
Another softball.
But what I want to know is, and I'm not seeing enough yelling and jumping up and down, but what annoys me is that Trump ran on he ran on cheap food, cheap fuel, the old swamp thing, and doing the right thing by the people, what the people wanted. They were concerned with the prices and the price of eggs, right? But what he's done, he's lost jobs. He's cancelled so many programs that's lost people employment, even the infrastructure programs. But he didn't run on invading Panama. He didn't run on invading Canada. He didn't run on invading Greenland or Mexico. He didn't run on changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, which Google has agreed to do, and threaten his allies. This guy's run. I mean, where's the what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think it's out there, Dave. But the problem is the information machine is not showing this to the other side, and they're so ingrained in this short form content that they're only focusing on what's going on in the here and now, and they will rationalize and justify and back this man to the gates of hell. And
Oh, look at the inauguration. The four people directly behind him, because when you have this inauguration, the people you place on the stage behind you in their position is a position of power, or what you think of them, or the respect you have for them. And right behind him was the 4 most richest men in the fucking world that control 100%
Because that's
of
what's
your
important to
information.
him.
What's
That's
wrong? You
what's
don't like
important.
capitalism?
How many
What,
black people
don't
were
like
in that?
None.
Oh,
There
you
was
must not
no
like
black-
what, it's not
no
okay for
black
people to
people.
make money? Yeah. Those guys, those 4 men are worth more than half of all American citizens combined.
And it's not all they want. They want more. They want more.
But did you see there was no coloured people on the whole stage behind
No.
him?
That's always obvious.
Whipped out to Indiana.
It's really the White House, isn't it, guys?
Are you
Yeah.
suggesting something there, Dave?
I'm suggesting it's
That he
full
might be a
Nazi party. I
racist?
mean,
That he might be a
Well,
misogynist? That he might be... Yeah,
that comes
he's
under the
all those
umbrella of-
ists.
but that comes under the umbrella of Nazism. The whole thing is
Go
Nazism.
figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
go figure.
exactly where he wants to take this damn country. Tell
Well,
me he doesn't. He wants to be a full-blown out fascist. He wants complete control of this country. And he is doing that in nature of putting loyalists to him in every system. Kash Patel, really?
I
Really?
think he's running. It feels like he's running a coup, still running a coup but he's running the coup on the Constitution.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes, he is. He's putting he's assaulting the Constitution with everything he's got. He's, again, keeping with the concept to throw everything at the fucking wall and see what sticks and see what the news picks up to talk about. That's how we ended up talking about how Greenland might become a,
Right.
he said it, next thing you knew, the news is justifying it. Well, there's good reason, Bob, to be able to take that. We've got, what? What the hell is this country going to become
You know,
under
the
this
quickest way to get
this regime?
Well,
Shit.
he's been talking about taking us out of NATO for how many years? And what's the easiest way to do that rather than just withdrawing it? Withdrawing our support.
He's going to do
How
the
about
same thing he
hurting
did
one
before.
of
He's going to
our
walk around NATO and start kicking knees, buddy. He is going to
Well, he
start
already is.
demanding things. Yeah, you bet your
How about
ass.
our Asian friends?
And it'll
You know, the
fall
last-
into the maggot,
Yeah.
Well,
they'll
he's sowing
applaud the shit out of it.
distrust among our allies, and they're going to not want us around if they can't trust us.
Yeah.
The last
they're already
person-
boasting. Look, Denmark increased their military spending by 2%. Yeah, because you're threatening to take fucking Greenland. Yeah,
Yeah.
asshole. Anyway, Kirk,
Hey, sorry,
John.
how are you
sorry.
doing?
Just let me get this. Just let me get this in. My thought in. The
Okay,
last
go ahead.
person that didn't recognize a person that was born in that country as a citizen of that country, because every
Was who?
country in the world recognized it, was Hitler.
Go figure, Dave. Go figure. Yeah, they want to.
I'm going to keep pointing to Hitler all the time because everything points back
Because
to
that's
Hitler
who
about
he
this, and we've
is.
gotta-
That's
and we've
who
gotta
he
keep it in the
emulates.
people's minds.
That's who he
Yes.
worships. You
Okay.
can't see the fucking handwriting on the wall with his shit. It pisses me off. They got. Anyway,
Yeah, you know,
Kirk.
Yeah. Well, that's been my sentiment here lately. I've struggled to get on here and raise my hand because I've been from sad to angry to just twisted up like a pretzel, man. And
I can relate. I can relate.
This trifecta that they have, if for not this trifecta that they have right now, this man has already committed impeachable offenses.
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yes.
This is outrageous. This judge today that put a stay on this federal freeze that he imposed, thank goodness we bought some time here, but I texted my mother and I said, you need to call your mother's nursing home right now and figure out what's going on, because they had fucking Medicare pay portals locked down across the
Yes.
country today after he imposed that freeze.
Yeah.
This
Of course, that
puts
was just a
elderly
mistake.
This
You
puts
know.
elderly people on the fucking streets.
Do you think
This
he
puts
has a
my
problem
two
with that?
grandbabies-
He doesn't.
Nope.
He doesn't have a problem with that.
Right?
That's he. Oh man.
Pay no
Well, did you
attention
see
to the
he just
people who are
sacked
talking.
the DOJ just sacked all the investigators on Trump's when he was investigated for these previous crimes. They've all just been sacked. That would happen today. The investigators that were investigating Trump during the Trump investigations have all been sacked today. There'll be wrongful dismissals there.
Oh, there's also a special investigation going on, Dave. A special project to investigate the investigators that investigated January 6th and him.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Everybody.
His ego. Got to fix his ego.
It's going to be a purge of anybody that did anything.
Loyalists in there, cause
Yes.
We can't have this happen again where people go against us.
It's a full frontal attack on our whole system of government right now, right down to our Constitution. He doesn't give two shits about that Constitution. He hasn't read it. I'm sure he's never read it. Why would he read it? He wouldn't believe in it.
Kind of like the Bible.
Yeah, it's just like the Bible. He'll hold it upside down in front of a church or something, you know. But that's the sad part, because a lot of them, that's all it takes. Hold up a Bible, hold up a flag. Oh, I'm on that board. You know, I'm a patriot too. Are you really? Are you fucking really? I don't think so. This country's come a long way.
Watching guys like the Good Liars, watching guys like Luke Beasley and these men on the street videos. These folks, these MAGA folks,
I love the Good Liars.
They are in love with Donald Trump. When's the last time in any politics worldwide that we've heard a politician say, "I love you," to the populace, to the point that they say, "I love you," to dear leader?
Well, we've seen it in history. That's what's sad, is we've seen this in history.
Even Putin didn't pull that shit. But boy, Kim Jong's definitely love the they love the "I love you" aspect of politics.
That's what I say. He wants the power of Putin and the adulation that Kim Jong-un gets. That's what Donald Trump wants. He wants that to be that all-powerful entity within the United States and the world.
Well, he's never been loved in his whole life.
He really wants that adulation, man.
He's had to buy admiration, you know, and now he's
people
buying
like
love.
us. Oh, we're on the wrong list, baby. Every one of us. I am. I'm proud to be on any fucking list he's got.
You realize that Musk is such a danger that he's got the ability, which is also a danger with this Starlink crap, because he can shut most military operations down if they haven't got backup. But he can also set up algorithms within the computer system. It sounds like Google are happy to be friends with Trump by agreeing to change the name of the Gulf.
Change the name of Gulf Mexico to Gulf America. Going back to Mount McKinley, too.
Musk has got the ability to build algorithms and install them within Google that can affect so much in the world in a negative way, in the way of elections and information. The whole world's got a problem here,
control
guys,
of
because
information.
of the information. Yes.
And that's what Donnie wants to do. He wants to control the information that we get as American people, as citizens.
And what's information? It's power.
Power.
Control the narrative.
That's it.
Yep, two of divide and conquer.
Yes.
That's why in the Roman days, the kings and queens, they only gave the information to the people. Anyone else below them that gave information to the people or what was supposed to be delivered by the king was murdered or killed or executed. I mean, the ruler gave you what you need to know and told you what you need to know.
The crime of empathy. Yes. Yes, he said that. Katz, Amanda, and friends. The crime of empathy, somehow they say now. Jesus was a woke liberal. Oh, don't be bringing that guy into the picture there with all of his be kind and give a quarter of your field and all that stuff. No, we're going back to the hell and damnation. Because fear sells a whole lot better than empathy does.
Say something about kick your neighbor when he's down, pull ladders, punch
take his
down,
property too. Whatever.
Dehumanize.
He's a fucking liberal anyway.
Defame, debase. I still can't find those words in that book.
Yeah, well, keep digging. There's something in there, I'm sure.
Think about this. Do you think Putin wants Trump to have control of Greenland?
I think
Let's put it
Trump
this way:
Trump is
Greenland
doing
should-
exactly what Putin wants him to do right now. He wants this in this country. What better time for
course.
Russia than to see this country be demolished, dismantled?
Ronald Reagan's rolling in his grave.
Yeah. So is every well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Not that I
Yeah.
support him, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he fought tooth and nail against Gorbachev
Yeah.
and to get that wall torn down and for freedom and at least for dignity.
Oh, there you go with
all of
that
humanity.
futuristic talk about freedom and
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think
Mock,
he heard
yeah,
about that
that's-
wall,
yeah.
but boy, it was.
They'll write
his
about it in
moment-
history books,
It was moment of
not
faith.
or not.
you
What
know
is
what?
that old
You know
saying
what
about
boggles my mind
what?
is, we've always known that Trump is all about projection, and he's always said about, oh, well, if you elect this person and not me, that's going to be World War III. And I don't think people realize, we do, but not the Red Hats, that when you invade another NATO ally, you spark what's called Article 5, which means you attack one, you attack all, which means the U.S. now goes to war with NATO, which in my mind is World War fucking III.
Well, that's Europe. You're going to war with Europe and Asia, and the British Empire. That's who's in NATO.
Yeah,
In the
you're
British Empire alone, in the British Empire alone, you've got Canada, Australia, New Zealand. I think there's 7 or 8 countries in the British Empire alone. Then you got the Asian, and then you got the European. You would win the war. You've got more firepower, but you won't win the economic war. There's the difference.
No
Because the
time has
world
it been more
competes
important
economically.
since World War II, I guess, that NATO, that the European Union stands firm against this guy. They can, if he's allowed to do what he did to Colombia, what?
But
what is that?
maggots had already spun that. By last evening, I already had maggots telling me what a win that was for Trump.
Oh,
and
they're
it
going to
took
play
me
on that, baby.
Explaining the situation.
Hey, that's what you go down there and kick some ass. Well, don't take them up, we'll force them down there. Yeah.
And we're
Well,
talking
and if he
what my
tries to-
question is, what did you win? Ask any Red Hat that. What did you win? If Trump
Nothing.
won, what did you win?
Well, we're getting all the criminals out of America. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
won the right to be an asshole. Come on.
I can't quote the number, but I know it's like 40-something% of those that have been detained have committed no crime.
Well, do you
the
see,
only
they
crime-
committed a crime the minute that they crossed that border, John.
They crossed the border, which
Right.
is
They crossed
their
the border.
argument. Well, that's a crime right there. No, they've asked for asylum.
It's a misdemeanor, and most of them have asked for asylum and are not getting their paperwork.
They're playing
because
it
of
all
the-
up as they're bloodthirsty criminals, every one of them.
Oh no, they've
And that's why
tossed
they're
that
trying to
paperwork
paint it
out the
as.
window. Are you kidding me? They aren't going to have any paperwork. There's no paperwork.
What a story about you're deporting a man that has lived in this country for 30 fucking years, paid taxes, owns a fucking house, sends his kids to school. Oh, that's another thing, the school thing. Oh, Oklahoma don't like that shit. Oklahoma's passed a law up there that you're going to have to proof of citizenship to register your kid in school. To take your kid to school. Are you an American? Well, if not, get the fuck out of here. Isn't that great? Oh, man. Go America. Yeah, fuck. Are you shitting me?
Well, and you know what's crazy?
We will
You
take it
guys
down to that
think
level.
Right. Think about this for a second. This guy is talking about fucking unconstitutionally getting rid of birthright citizenship, which guess who was the benefit? Guess who was the beneficiary of
Guess
birthright
who?
citizenship?
Guess who?
Marco fucking Rubio. His Secretary of State came here, born on this soil, but came from asylum-seeking Cuban immigrant parents.
Yeah.
And he's played on that the whole time he's been. That's how what got him
This
elected.
guy don't make no sense. He don't make no fucking sense.
Now, how did you find that out? How did you find that out?
I watched a content creator on YouTube that looked into
Right.
Marco Rubio.
Okay.
And was like,
It wasn't mainstream media, was it?
No,
nope,
you
I
won't
don't
hear
even
that
follow
story
any
on mainstream media.
anymore. I don't follow him anymore.
That's
don't
the
do it.
problem. If that story was on mainstream media, that would affect a lot of people and make them realize.
Exactly. Ain't that weird?
Well,
Well,
just
exactly.
talking about content creators, you could expect a whole boatload of them to start popping up on the right wing side over there because
Well,
that's part of what.
will you, John?
Huh?
John Bridevoe may become like in World War II, where how'd they get the information around in World War II? The underground.
The
And
underground.
do we become the underground? How? This is all,
That means
you
we'll have to learn
all
how to
these
talk in code.
podcasters,
Yeah.
all these podcasters may be targeted because it's anti-Trump.
I believe they will. I believe we will. Not that I'm
Shout out
big
to
on the
True
list.
Liberty.
Believe me, I'm probably a very small blue dot in the grand scheme of content creators on here.
But you're lying to people, John, according to Trump. You're lying and
Well, of course I am.
destabilizing the government, right? All you podcasters are lying about Trump, so he can't have that. Do you destabilize the country? He's got a reason to shut you down.
That's why I said, because in today's press conference with that little lady up there that was, I don't know who her name is yet, was talking that she was wanting to provide or encouraging people to find their content more on social media, on content creators, on Breitbart, on that's what they're they're pushing the right wing.
Literally spew the lies. She had her blueprint of lies that she had to spew.
That's what we're going to get.
But Trump goes out and says, "Oh, I sent the army and we turned the taps on." And people believe that. There's no fucking tap. There's no army there. But people think...
turn the tap on. We sent the army up there and turned the tap on. There's some guy went up there. I'm surprised there ain't a video out there of some dude walking out there like they did that video on Yosemite. Turn the crank and just, all the water. It's ridiculous.
The only people that believe that are the, 49% of voting people that voted for him.
All the ones that were purged off the voting list, like the 3.5 million, didn't probably get to.
See, voting is it comes into this
people.
Shit. He wants to.
3.5 million people.
Keep California from getting aid for the disaster aid unless they pass restrictive voter ID laws. He's tying aid for disaster to a political agenda. How much more fucking disgusting can you get? America, maggots,
kindergarten games. This is kindergarten bullshit. Is what this is. The man is an egomaniac.
That's where he goes. He plays to the hate. California has been sold as a liberal state. Really, there's a whole lot of fucking Republicans live out there too. But fuck them too because they live in a blue state. So hey.
Dude.
Too bad.
The rich ones that just got their houses burnt down that voted for him.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a rude awakening within the Republican, the conservative, whatever. The maggots. You can't do anything about the maggots. The maggots are going to hold on to him while he picks their pocket every damn day.
Yeah.
They'll buy whatever fucking watch or whatever kind of bullshit he comes out to sell. They'll all clamor to get it.
Yep. And there's some that are realizing
so much.
This whole QAnon thing was just a reverse psyop, right? And that they've all been duped. They're finally realizing this shit now, right? The real hardcore ones are starting to believe now that they have been duped about the whole flat Earth thing, the whole distraction game that's been played against them. And that's where it's going to have to start. It's going to have to come from that grassroots of a section of the hardcore red hat.
Yeah, it's going to have to come from this conservative side of the fence. This is their problem.
It's right in front of your face. Like I said, with addiction,
they're the dog that caught the car.
You're in the game. You don't notice the guy that's selling you the Tootsie Roll, right? But he's selling you 1,000 of them a day, and you're getting those little hits and those little shots of dopamine all day long, that oxytocin and that serotonin, and you're keeping.
Well, there's an old saying, correct? There's an old saying that if you don't see the con, you're the mark.
That's it, and they're starting to realize it. I think I really do, guys. And I'm just the more I push the information and stay calm and just laugh and just ridicule them and laugh at them, like you actually believe
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like you believe
Yeah, you
this.
fell for that
Just think
shit?
about
You
You're the
fell
guy
for
that
that
wants to-
shit?
debate from the point of logic, right? I got guys now that won't debate on numbers and information. You can't bring a credible cited source to the table as a representation of backing what your argument is. Because it's fake. All information is
Well,
fake if it doesn't come from
Yeah,
your leader.
and that's the problem, you know, and that's like one of the things out of the fascist playbook is to
Exactly.
tell society that government cannot be trusted. Because I had this argument with a Red Hat a couple weeks ago, and I told him you can go on this the DHS or whatever website, and it statistically shows, because you know he's all about brown people are bad, and I'm like, I can show you crime statistics that show that they commit the least amount of crimes in this country,
So you-
and if we actually want to get
Yeah,
rid of
but
crime in this
Yeah,
country, we
but
should deport
that's
white
immigrant
fucking
crime,
men.
not good-blooded,
You know,
red-blooded
They
American
said,
crime.
well, how do you trust that website? And I'm like, dude,
trust the government?
you got conned. There you go. You. This is why there's a problem, because you don't trust credible information, bro. He got you. He got you.
Hey, let me send
Yeah,
out a quick
also,
thank you.
he's playing.
Let me send a quick thank you out to Shaking Me Bones, who came in with a $100 donation and said, "Hey now, Blue Dots, I love you all, lots and lots." Well, baby, we love you back. And this is glad to see you there. I wanted to get somebody in that just came in, never been here before, and we keep an open table here. So, Dr. Andy, are you with us?
You're muted,
up.
Andy. You have-
There you go.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
How you
hey,
doing?
Dr. Andy?
I live in
Well-
California, though, and I could tell you that the moment when Donald Trump said he's not going to give us disaster, that shit just pissed me off. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it should piss every American off, whether it be California or any other state.
Did it piss all the Californians off, or just a few of them? Is it in the papers? Is it saying that we're being blackmailed?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I mean, they even pissed off that one dude. I'm not going to give that guy clout or any attention. But it pissed off that one black MAGA dude who, mind you, he's pro-MAGA.
Go
There's a
figure.
couple of them.
And now
Yeah.
he's upset that his beloved president won't give him disaster aid.
It was
I
great
think
to
there's
see
going to be a
Mussolini.
lot of people that are going to, come to a rude awakening very soon. It's not going to take long.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you
it's
see
like,
the
in
dangerous thing?
California,
The
the
dangerous
disaster out in
thing.
California, again, they're trying, the Trump administration is trying to push it off as well. They didn't rake the forest. They didn't take care of it. They didn't conserve the water. They didn't do this. It was a fire that was facing fierce winds that pushed down a fucking mountain. It was Mother Nature that did that. So unless you're willing to,
Well,
Go against
we all
God.
here
They
know
don't believe in
that,
climate
John.
change.
We don't follow all that stupid crap. We
Yeah.
don't fall for the story, the lies, the whatever.
Did you
rhetoric.
see the bad thing he's doing with Mississippi? He started in Mississippi by suggesting having bounty hunters, and
Yes.
then it turns around that he's using a psychological thing where he's giving the people the impression that he's giving them power of police. He's talking about having citizen type
malicious.
militia. Yes.
Yeah,
In every state.
malicious.
That's
Oh,
just
man. Oh, I hate those bastards so much, dude.
that's-
They'll
that's just
harass
saying-
the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
well, he's saying I don't trust the people. I don't trust my citizens.
He doesn't
You know,
trust the
he's-
National Guard? Because that's what the National Guard is supposed to be used for. Now, my governor's, he's all on board with this shit. He's going ape shit. You got
Well, we
all
got
National
Idaho
Guard. We
National
got
Guard
military
down
down
in
on the
Southern-
border now. We'll have
Yeah, our
boats
governor's
patrolling
still down
there. They have concertina wire out there and the thing again. We're going to show them. It's
Alligators.
disgusting.
It's all a show, though. It's all a show.
It is.
I could
It's
say
the
more
optics
about
of it. They
man.
want that.
Well,
It
It's
feeds
like
into
one
their
about
rage.
Trump.
do you
and
think
that's
he'll
what he
build more
sells.
wall? Do you think
Huh?
he'll build more? Do you think
Yes.
he'll build
Are
more
you
wall?
shitting me, Dave? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
He's
Dave.
already bragging about getting the materials back that was sitting out there for so long that we were going to auction it off.
Okay.
He's going to go
How
ape shit
much
on
of
that
it-
wall.
How much did he build before? He didn't build that much before. He only, in
know.
all the 4 years, he only built, what was it, 50 miles in total or something? What? Because he repaired a lot. There was a lot that was broken, but he didn't build a lot of new wall. The money went somewhere, but it didn't go
Oh,
towards
don't
the
look at where the
wall.
money went. Let's don't look at where the
Well,
money went.
Oh,
and they don't
speaking
even
of
have the
wall,
funding. Yeah, I was gonna say
Hey,
they don't
Kurt.
even have the funding for the mass deportations. They don't even have the money for that.
Well, that's how come they're cutting off funding
You
for
wanna
everything
know
else,
something?
probably, is so he can take the money from there and just do it all with mass deportation. We'll just get everybody that's brown or, other colors out of this nation.
By the
That's-
way,
what?
By the way, did that native Indian and the Puerto Rican army vet, were they put back in America, or were they still in Colombia? Because they snapped up a native Indian and they snapped
Yeah.
up an army vet.
They were supposed to be back.
that's why Native Americans hate you.
There are Vietnam veterans in Mexico right now that aren't allowed in this country. All right? Let's don't
That's
forget
sad.
that. That is
Right.
sad. It is sad.
Dr. Andy, are you down south, Dr. Andy, towards the border, or are you up north?
I'm like down south. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Nice, nice.
I got family from Mexico, and I could tell you that we're not fans of MAG over here in where I'm from.
Yeah.
And I can tell you-
this immigration attack on immigration is gonna, there are so many
Salute. Sorry.
shit, professions that are impacted by immigration. Home construction and home repair being one of the big ones. This country uses migrant labor all the time. We love it. It keeps the price down. It keeps
Good
the
luck getting
price
an
down.
orange in a couple of weeks. Good luck getting some strawberries in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all
Because
up
of this fear. Because of this fear.
I heard because of the ICE things going on right now, the invasions, I'll call them,
Right.
that just in the last 2 days, 75% of the field workers in California did not show up.
and Florida as well. And then
Yeah.
just
That's gonna be
what
the
just
fear
happened,
factor.
We had a big ice storm blow through and freeze all that stuff that was on the vine that hadn't been picked yet. That should have
But the
been. picked
workers are afraid to show up. They're hiding. They're
Yeah.
not going to come out in the
They're afraid
broad
that,
daylight.
ICE is
Let's
going to
have
show up, put them in
Hitler-esque.
handcuffs, put them on a C-130, and next thing you know, they're out of the country.
Right.
We're definitely on the map.
The situation is very Hitler-esque.
Well, that's what we've been saying for the last 7 years, but it's now
This
come to
fire, see
fruition.
some rotten
It
tomato
is.
pieces.
He's got the power. He's changed the rules. He's circumvented laws. He's tried to
mandate.
fire the what do you call them? The government police, the inspector generals who keep the government honest.
Yeah.
This is all Nazi. Hitler burned down the Reichstag, and let's move on.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Well,
Well,
that's the
what's
next
worse,
damn
though,
thing
is
you can
that,
expect. I swear. I came up with
A false
conversation
flag.
today. You might as well burn
A
down
false
the
flag.
damn archives. Burn all the documents. Burn it all up so nobody knows
Right.
what it says. Because that's
Burn
what
the
Hitler
books.
did.
Burn the books. Yeah.
Burn the books,
Yep,
baby.
Yep.
We'll
But
teach a
there'll
new
be-
America.
There
And
will
it's,
be a
it is
false
scary
flag.
how many of our fellow Americans are all on board for that shit. That's scary.
Yep.
It is scary.
It is.
Because every
It
day
is.
is a new thing. Everything's a new hit to the brain. Everything's a new, yeah, we got to do this. And then 3 days later, you're like, you were just arguing the exact opposite last week.
Yep.
Let me do some quick catching up here. I'm going to do this in a different way. Joseph Martinez came in with a $10 donation and said it's a show because Joe Biden sent more illegal immigrants back home than when Trump. Also, it costs less to fly illegal immigrants back home the old way, not in military airplanes, and that's a damn big thing. And I was glad to see the news pointed that out, or at least MSNBC did. How much it costs for a fucking C-130 for the military to fly down there versus what it would cost to just buy a fucking airplane ticket. It was a show. It made it for an image to sell to a fucking bunch of bloodthirsty pack of... Anyway, TK Benj came in with $5 Canadian, all right, and said there are 31 NATO countries without the USA. There are 56 Commonwealth countries. Caution advised. No shit. No shit. But that's what he's after.
Hey, John.
He is after to break up NATO, to do as much damage. I swear he's working for Putin. And let me thank,
I know.
yeah, let me thank Silly Bebo, who came in with $2 and said, for my fellow Blue Dots, play the song, please. And Blue Dot Greeter Mark came in with $2 and said, play the song for Fab. So
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you,
Please
bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
that song always puts a smile on my face every time I hear it, because there's somebody.
What's
I'm
your opinion
thinking
on
of.
Greenland?
Huh?
On
What's your
Greenland?
opinion on Trump? Yeah, Greenland. Because they don't like him. There's some that do like him, but there's some Greenlanders that don't like him. But there's some that.
Only the ones that got the free hats and the free meal, they like
I
him.
think it's a mute
They're-
point
they're-
whether
they're
people in
homeless.
Greenland want it or not. It's a
They are your allies
they
anyhow.
are
would have
part of
given
Denmark.
They would have given you what you
They're in
wanted.
Denmark territory.
You didn't have
and
to do
Denmark's
that.
not going to. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's shit he throws at the wall to get everybody upset. You know, he's threatening to use the military down in Mexico. You know, he's threatening to invade the Panama Canal, I guess. Invade Greenland, I guess. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, invade everybody. You know.
Well, Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller,
There you
just
go.
been talking about this exact same
There
plan
you
for
go.
what, the past 3.5 years?
There's the power. There's
Crazy.
the
He's been
bug in the
quiet.
ear of Donnie right there.
Yeah,
He's
been
Stephen
quiet,
Miller,
hasn't he?
you guys- Oh yeah, they're in the back writing all this shit up and keeping their
Well,
their
Yeah, trying
he
to
doesn't
implement
like-
their fucking plan.
you know? They've
he
got
doesn't
him.
like Elon Musk. He hates Musk.
He's a paranoid old grandpa. Okay, just watch his mannerisms for 2 days and tell me that he's not a paranoid grandpa with Alzheimer's. His dad was Alzheimer's by the time he was 45 years old, guys. His mom was so fucking crazy with dementia and shit in her 30s that she couldn't take care of him, right? Right? He was basically raised by his nannies and then ended up in military school for being a dick,
Yeah.
right? As a young man. And he's never
And
had
how
that
did that
compassion.
come? How did that turn out?
He's always had that weasel mind of how to get away with shit and cheat his way through school.
Believe me,
And cheat his way through college and into his dad's, good graces. And then his dad's so fucking crazy that he can't even love him. Right?
That's horrible. Have you seen that movie, The Apprentice? Sebastian
I haven't.
Stan?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't.
I
That's
haven't
my
seen
standard
that
answer.
movie, but I
Somebody
heard
says,
it's
"Did
good.
you see that movie?"
It
No.
turned out good.
No, I didn't see that.
Did you see Elon Musk in Germany yesterday? Not yesterday, day before yesterday. He said he wants to also speak to the Prime Minister of England because he feels the English Channel. This is word for word. The English Channel should be called the George Washington Channel.
Yeah, man. What a fucking idiot.
You gotta be kidding me.
No,
Yeah.
that's serious.
Yeah.
He said that.
Dead ass?
Because somebody told him that as a joke. Now he. Yeah.
John, your video, your
My
audio
mic is broken.
just gone crazy. You're gonna have to reset.
Yep.
So,
Is-
Aussie Dave.
If sound had
Yeah, mate.
psychedelic, that's psychedelic.
What's your
Yeah.
opinion on,
You got the reverb and the echo going.
Who was
I
asking
have a
me?
lot of
Who called
respect.
out? Who called out my
Me.
name? What's the
Me.
question?
my question is, are similar to the politics in the United States?
Oh, nothing like it. Nothing like it. We have a different. We've got the different system than yours, but certainly we don't
There you
have
go.
the the marches, the rallies, and all that sort of stuff you have in America. We're a bit like England and most other countries. It's just a low key, unless it's a country with destabilized issues, and but it's very low key over here. And if you lose, you lose, and there's no cheating. It's the most votes that wins. Whoever gets the most votes. There's none of this electoral college.
Right, you're saying something about the money earlier with the amount that
Well,
you can donate.
we have just introduced into law. It used to be 100,000. I wasn't aware of that, but we've introduced a law now. $20,000 is the biggest donation you can make to a political party, so you have no influence over that party.
That's
And
awesome.
corporations
We need
can't
that type of
buy.
system in
Yeah,
America.
you do. You do.
Listen.
You need to stop all these big rallies and crap, and the money you spend on rallies. I mean, I'm amazed how much it costs to become president.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
it costs $500 million.
Billions.
You know,
Big, yeah.
What
Yeah, you're
could
not
they
even
do
in
for
the
people?
game unless the what is it, I know the fucking shit. Citizens United. Citizens United.
Citizens United. There you go.
That's the
That's a
law.
big deal.
That says
Corporations are
basically
people.
corporations are people too, and you can donate all. Are you shitting me? That was that right there. That one act turned loose this barrage of politicians that are just bought off, outright paid for, and you
Yeah.
find most of them in
Exactly.
Congress and in the
Put it
Senate.
this way, guys, the Heritage Foundation alone, right, spent $18.5 billion out of the over $250 billion that went into this game. And when you're talking about trillions of dollars, right, that extra 3 zeros on that game, on that shell game, it's all math.
Yeah.
They barely donated 3%. 3% of their net worth, right, to double their net worth.
Speaking of the Heritage Foundation, I had a substitute teacher once that used to work for the Reagan administration. It's a
Yeah.
long story, but he could tell you about the Heritage Foundation, and trust me, the Heritage Foundation are not a fan of democracy. They
No.
are closeted fascists.
Yes. Yeah, that's
That was
the sad part is that's where most of our Supreme Court justices come from on the right. It's right out of the Heritage Foundation list. That's how Brett Kavanaugh got there. That's how I'm bad on names.
Amy Comey and
The other two.
Kavanaugh.
Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, they all came from
Clarence-
the Federalist
yeah.
Society list
Yep.
of acceptable
These
Supreme
things
Court
are all the
justices.
guys that pay off the Heritage Society with Harlan
He-
Crow and the guys at the
Clarence Thomas is a weirdo.
Yeah,
Like dead ass.
you talk about
he-
justice
he-
for
he
sale,
likes-
baby. There it is right there. Hey, I want to thank
Well,
Michael
when
K.Y.
you-
Johnson,
when
who
you-
came in with a $2 donation and said, "Love my Blue Dot family, be aware, and fuck Donald J. Trump and fuck the GOP." That's what it says. We just report what they say. And I
I
wholeheartedly
agree, man.
It's not the
support that
GOP.
message.
It's not the GOP anymore. It's MAGA.
It's
The
not.
GOP
The
is
Republican
dying.
Party doesn't exist in any context, historical context anymore. You can't even call it a conservative party. What we see is what I call the maggot party. It's MAGA. It's Donald Trump. It's alliance to him. Forget the Constitution. Forget the laws. It's whatever Donnie says. And they bought it. And he sold them all the hate that they could eat. And that's what he did. And it's what the sad
his
part of that
followers-
is there are people in our country who live on hate. Hate their neighbor, hate
Yeah.
the immigrant, hate transgender, hate gays, whatever. Hate everybody. And they sell that shit.
scared of a fake boogeyman.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all
Create the
boogeyman.
boogeyman.
We have to fight back, man.
Every one of us. Every one of us. You know, I titled this "Our Resistance to Trump is Duty." Resistance is duty.
You know.
When
Well,
fascism
Don't let
comes,
MAGA gaslight you,
resistance
though.
is duty. And we're
Yeah,
watching
don't,
it.
don't let these people gaslight you.
Nope. And I gaslight him right back. And,
I want to
It-
just point out also one thing that Trump said yesterday in that news conference. He said that he has fixed the China chip thing, that we were buying chips off China, and he's brought the chip manufacturing now back to America with his big
Yeah,
plan.
the
Biden
chips-
done that. Biden done that 2 years ago. Biden solved, because you were buying the chips off America, all these computer chips. Biden ended up having them manufactured in America. And what's that place you've got there in the middle of the desert? What do you call that place
Which
out
one?
there?
51 or-
Sands or so, where all the sands are. You got a place
Silicon
in
Valley?
Silicon Valley.
Oh,
there you go.
Silicon Valley.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Biden set that up in Silicon Valley 2 years ago, and Trump is now claiming that he has brought chip manufacturing back to America. I mean, that is something he was not pulled up on. They should have said to
He's
him,
going to take
the
credit for
reporters,
anything that happens.
Exactly.
Every single
as a result of
Republican
anything
candidate.
Biden did. He'll be the first one to take credit for
Yes.
it.
But that's a big thing
That always
Biden done.
does.
It's a very big. They employed 2,000 people in the area. That's a big bang of employment straight away, and a big return of income for the country. And this bastard is out there, and no reporter said Biden did that, not you. That was done 2 years ago.
Oh,
They
don't
just let him
expect the
ramble on.
press to speak up and challenge anything. Not the ones they're going to be calling on now in any press conferences and shit. No, they're starting off with the bottom of the barrel with Breitbart and the rest of that bullshit. They've already said that in a press conference today.
Do you
They're gonna-
think Biden screwed up by not changing the number in the Supreme Court? Because I think it's going to bite you in the ass.
Personally, I wish he would have. I wish he would have gone to 13. Because it damn well is a stacked deck right now. And imagine the possibility of him having another pick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's going to end up. Yeah.
You know, the big test is going to be what the Supreme Court does. Because we already know some of these cases go, you know, the challenge to the 14th Amendment, the challenge of birthright citizenship, you know it's going to the court. And what is the court going to do with that except uphold the Constitution, the letter of the law? It's written in, what do they call that? Plain English.
Yeah, well, we already heard them tell us that they were going to adhere to standards.
Adhere to standards.
Yeah.
Well, I hope.
Maintain precedent, you know. Yeah. Except for Roe. Anything else
Hey,
that they
John,
want
Yeah,
can
and
I ask
any-
you a question?
Sure.
Have you ever gotten into a fist fight with a Trump supporter before?
Yeah,
What's a
yeah.
question like that come from?
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely have.
Yeah.
For that very reason
Yeah.
as well.
I try to avoid that. I try to
For no
avoid
other
that now
reason
at any
than that.
cost because I know of one person who carries a weapon on him most of the time for the pure chance that he might get a chance to shoot my ass. And if I give him the opportunity, because he hasn't tried to come down to my house and entice me out in the street to do something, and he's wearing a pistol, so, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be careful.
You know, Trump could be the first president in your history that is responsible for surrendering the USA to another country for profit. He would be the first one to do that. He would surrender to Putin for a few $1 billion. He'd surrender to anyone, your country.
He'd
for a
sell
few
out
$1 billion.
anyone and any.
He already has, guys. Let's not forget the
Yeah.
2016 election, right? With the whole Russiagate and Russia. He was absolutely 100% guilty of conspiring.
And you could bet your ass everybody that investigated him for that is going to be either fired or
All that
investigated themselves because they're going to get to the bottom of all that shit.
He had
Yeah.
all that
Well,
Mueller-
that's
Yeah.
1,000 people or
He
more.
is, yeah, he's going to use the Justice Department as a tool of revenge. He is going to go
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
everybody that had anything to do with an investigation on him, January 6th, any of his buddies. That's what this is. It's going to be a Justice Department according to what Donnie's justice is. You know, he wants justice for all the injustices that have been done to him.
Did he want
doesn't give
public
a shit.
executions? Wasn't that public executions mentioned a few years ago?
Yes.
Didn't he
We
bring
need
that
to
up?
start our own Justice League. That's what we need to do. We need to start a Justice League
You
or
know,
an Avengers.
join the Discord. Let's hook up and talk over there.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there is something to that. You know, it's going to take we the people.
It is going to
But
take
I,
we the people.
I really think, I truly believe that every day, through all these crazy things he do, that he's losing and will lose MAGA supporters. He maybe not lose the full-blown MAGA nutter, but those MAGAs that, you know, are in there because they sort of believe Trump and they don't trust the other side, I think they may, you know, come back over the fence. He's not doing himself any favors, I don't think, in respect of...
Do I think there are reasonable conservatives out there still? Yes, there are. Yes, they are.
Yep, definitely.
But they're being pushed out as hard as we are.
It takes the right approach. We're dealing with addicts. Remember, we can't just walk up to the addict and be like, "Hey, you're an addict."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's you know, it's going to be hard for some people to back down from supporting him because they've made such a, you know, all I have to do is drive down my street. Them signs are still up, baby. Ain't one of them come down, and I expect they're going to stay up for a long ass time. Huh?
That's the easiest place to be is at the dealer's house when you're all strung out.
Just give me one more.
They gotta boycott their businesses.
You know, that's, you know, okay, so here's the deal with that. Task Force Butler just filed a $2.5 million lawsuit against the Fronting Patriots, the Patriot Front, and is collectively, basically, with the Southern Poverty Law Center, taking out that organization.
Outstanding.
By doxing these motherfuckers.
And that's what it's going to have. That's what, you know, the answer to this shit is going to be in the courts. It's going to be in our Congress. That's where it has to be. That's where it has to be. This can't, you know. I fear it delving into conflict, into physical violence. That doesn't help me. Doesn't help you. Doesn't help anybody. It's not the fucking answer. We got people now that are packing go bags. That are fearful of violence in the street, violence from right-wing nut jobs, vigilantes, whatever you want to call them. I'm sorry, militia.
Yeah, the left commits more crime.
Well, all this militia talk and stuff, that comes from, I reckon, from Elon Musk. Because did you see the video of Elon Musk's father being interviewed? No. And he said that he basically disowned Elon. He said that when he was in South Africa, he was an apartheid worker, and he's still registered with apartheid. He's a full-blown racist. His father just blew him to pieces. The video I put on the chat, and it just, he denigrates his own son. It's scary to think that he's got influence over your president, this sick boy, Elon Musk. He's a sick puppy.
And he does. He has a lot of influence because he has a lot of money. And that's what Donnie pays attention to. Hey, let me send out a great big thank you to our darling in D.C., Kay Allen, who came in with a $20 donation and said, "Fight on, people. Tell the truth." And that is the most powerful weapon that we have. That is what's under assault. The basic truth. You control the information. You control the narrative. Then you've got a chance. We have to control the narrative. And the narrative has to be this man is attacking our country. The very people of this country. Anyway, Kate, thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. Rocking that.
Did you see the Pulitzer Prize people having a go at Trump? Apparently Trump had a lawsuit or a suit against the Pulitzer Prize people because of they investigated the allegations about the Russia thing, and they gave awards to a couple of reporters that done a wonderful job
Thank
and
you, Jeanette.
exposed Trump's lies and made Trump look like he is. So he was suing them for that. Well, apparently they have come back and said when Trump was being sued, when he was running for president, he had all those cases put on hold, as shelved, until he wasn't president anymore. Well, the Pulitzer Prize people have come back into court and said, Mr. Trump, we'll deal with this when you're not president anymore because that's what you wanted before. And they've used his own strategy against him and it worked.
Yep.
So they've had to shelve the case until he's not president anymore.
Yeah.
So there's ways of fighting back. But you've got to be clever. We've got to be smart. And we've got to get the information out to those people that need to hear it. And
Well,
that's
you know
how
what
we got to...
I remember every chance they got, the House Republicans were putting out declarations, whatever you call them, against everybody, be it Hunter Biden, this, that. So I would
Right.
like to
Yep.
I would like to see them start impeachment proceedings.
Yep.
Um,
Sanctions.
Yeah, the process of bringing the charges, impeachment.
Turn the
Every week,
narrative around.
every week, file it every week in the House. Every freaking week. There's enough there to just do an impeachment about everything.
Yeah, there is.
Just go for it
Every
because they did it.
The fight
to
has
us.
to be in
Department.
Congress. And our Congress does. The Democrats need to step up and be more forceful. Yes,
Even
start
if it
doing
doesn't-
play
it
the
doesn't go
same
anywhere.
fucking game they play.
Stand up there and do it. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, do it every week.
Keep it in the news. Keep it in the news.
You've got to get your hands dirty, guys. The Democrats have been too soft and allowed too much to slip through to the keeper, or through to the catcher. You've got to be as dirty as they are. You've got to be as dirty. You don't have to be as nasty, but you've got to be factual but dirty.
No,
There you go.
It's
Factual.
WWE shit, right? You just got to call them a different name. You never call them their proper name, right, Davey? Right, Davey? Right, Davey? And you nitpick and you be sarcastic and you just use the WWE tactic and the preacher tone, and then you come in with the big landing with some facts
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
and blow their mind, and it's
Right now, as it determines, a lot of them don't have much of a mind to blow anyway. Anyway, I
Yeah,
guess
I
we're
was
going to
about to
wrap
say
it up
that.
for the
The-
evening. Huh?
I was about to say they're all simple-minded. It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, well,
Well,
the simple-minded are
sometimes those stone-headed people are the hardest ones to get
are
through.
the hardest ones to get to, yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand that.
And again, I say he sells patriotism. He sells waving the flag. He sells it on everything he sells, as a matter of fact. Shit. His gold coin or whatever. He's
He's
selling
the
it all.
chosen one.
Yeah,
He's
he's
the
the chosen
chosen
one.
one.
Yeah, he's selling that line
How
too.
dare he say that? How dare he say
Yeah.
that? When he said that, I was just...
You would think the religious
right.
right would go nuts, but they didn't.
Well, they did, but he had the religious right or left sacked, didn't he? That bishop, where's her position at the moment?
Oh, I don't know, but her position
Well-
was under threat. I don't know
I
what
was
the
gonna
outcome of that is, huh?
Well, there is, gosh, do I have it? An address. Send a thank you card to Bishop.
that's
Is
great.
it Boudet? I'm not
Boudet.
sure how.
Boudet.
Send a thank you card to her. Oh
That's
gosh,
not
if
a
I
bad idea. Maybe we ought to, next show put that address up
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent her a
because
thank
she
you
did.
email.
She showed courage
yeah.
and she
She did.
stuck to her values. What good Christians should do from the pulpit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
kudos to her, big time.
She spoke truth.
Truth to power. She
Yeah.
spoke truth to power right there.
I'll tell you exactly what I sent her. I just sent her an email yesterday, and I said this. I said, among a sea of cowardice and fear to Donald Trump, you stood up tall and courageously in the face of the danger we are confronted with, and for a moment in time I saw a man that had all his power taken from him in the face of a divine message, like a vampire to sunlight. To that I say thank you. I
There
said,
you
may
go.
God
Outstanding.
protect you and hold you in his hand during these tumultuous times. God bless her.
Outstanding.
Well done.
Outstanding.
Well
Well done.
done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very
And she
well done.
deserves it. I mean,
She does. She does.
And now they want to talk about deporting her. What are you talking about? See, these
If
people
he
are
could, he
antichrist.
would.
They're
If he could, he
antichrist.
would.
That's straight.
Hey, let me
Stephen Miller
thank D.
come up and tell me.
McMahon, who came in with a $5 donation just now and
Okay,
said,
there.
we have nothing to lose by standing up for our rights. Nothing to lose except your rights.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't stand up for them, you lose them. And
Hit
this
the
guy
right
wants
party.
to take a lot
I
of
put
them
it in
away,
the
baby.
chat.
Huh?
Hey, Kurt.
I
can
put it
ask
in
you a
the
question?
chat. It's Bishop Boudet, Washington National Cathedral, Washington D.C. 20090-8283.
I see that in the chat. You can check that out.
Sandra, thank you.
I'm going to do that. I'll take a picture of it, put it on damn Facebook so everybody can see it.
And if you
I'm gonna
also
do
want
that.
to add their email to that as well, the email is mebudde@edow.org.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Someone's calling.
You know, even the Pope come out and said that Donald Trump is not a Christian, and he's not a nice man. The Pope said that.
Put it lightly
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Well, Donald
Yeah,
Trump's
well,
probably going
he-
to have the
yeah,
Pope
right.
deported.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he doesn't live here. Ah, rats, spoiled again. So if he could, he
and
would.
The Bible was a hot stove for him at the oath. That's why he couldn't put his hand on it, you know.
Yeah, that's my big problem with the religious right. Kiss my ass. Anyway, we better wrap it up for the evening. I want to appreciate everybody that came by tonight. Dr. Andy, first time in this evening, but we appreciate you coming in. Oh, he's got his headphones. He can't hear me. Anyway,
Yeah,
Kirk.
he's taking a phone call.
Thanks
Oh,
again,
it's-
John. I know it's been a while, but I appreciate the roundtable discussion, my friend.
Outstanding. You're welcome at the table anytime, brother. We don't
right.
always get everybody that's got their hand up here, but we try. But
Take care, my friend.
yeah, you bet yourself, indeed. And Sir Fatty,
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure, always a bucket of knowledge. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, John. You know what? Keep
You're
at it,
on
bro.
top of
It's
your game,
work.
and
Hey,
I
make it
appreciate that.
stronger, right? Keep on it, brother, because we need you just like you need us, and it's all a big family,
It
bro.
seems to be a team effort thing.
It's
Yeah,
nice to get
go team.
here. Well, but man, just don't lose hope. You know what? Because
No,
we got the facts
No.
behind us. We just got to use them right. Be louder. Just be louder. That's the
you
whole game.
adapt, you overcome, you move forward. That's what we got to do as a country. That's what I have to do in my personal life. Adapt, overcome, and move forward. That's not easy to do, but it's something that you have to do. It is a duty to do what we are doing, to have this fight, to stand up for this democracy that he's trying to tear apart. So, yeah, Fatty, thank you. I appreciate it, buddy.
Always
And
a pleasure.
Dave.
Yeah, hi. How are
Always
you?
appreciate
Thanks for
the
having
voice
me.
from down under, brother. Always appreciate the voice from
Oh,
down
that's
under.
good. That's good. I just want to let these American people know that when you feel like you're alone and you're struggling, we were talking in a chat room yesterday with a member that's struggling with things and felt alone and desolate and was down and out. And I just want to say, for every one of you that feels like that, there's thousands behind you.
Millions,
Meaning
I'd say.
that you're not on your own. You're not on your own. That there's thousands in the world for every American that want what's good for you, and that's not Trump. So you're not on your own.
No, not on
You
your
won't be fighting. You won't be fighting anyone. The only thing that's going to happen in the end is Trump's going to be on record as the worst president ever
in history.
Ever.
Ever.
in history.
Ever. This will go down in the history books. But always remember,
Yep.
it's the victors that write the history. So we don't
Well,
have a
you're on
choice
the
in
right
this.
side
We
of
have to
history.
win this. We are.
That's right.
We are. Dave, I appreciate you, buddy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
brother.
night, Mr. Chick.
Good night, Dave.
And Miss Chick.
And John,
Thank you, baby.
you're welcome.
And thank you for the message. I'm sorry I didn't respond. I was in
That's okay. You don't
Yeah.
have to ever respond. I'm just sending you messages
I
occasionally.
just appreciated that so much, and it lifted me up a little bit when I needed it. So I appreciate that tremendously.
Good deal.
Anyway, all that other mushy shit.
Oh, mushy mushy.
Yeah, mushy shit. Anyway,
Speaking of mushy mushy, I
What?
missed one the other day. I was going to call it out on Sunday, and we didn't have a show. But J.K. Lustig sent $5, and it was a happy birthday $5.
oh well,
Oh. Yeah.
thank you very much.
And whilst I was in there looking at the comments, there was lots of happy birthday wishes from Switzerland and South Africa and Australia and all over the world.
All of us.
Send blue love to you, John. They were sending blue love.
That just makes me smile so big because we are. It's not just here in the United States. This show and others are watched by the world because that's what it is. It's a universal community. It's a world community. That's what this has done. That's what the good part of the internet is. That
Well,
it
and
brings
we're not beholden to any, network or anything like that. We're just talking and speaking our mind
That's it.
and how we
That's
feel
it.
about things.
This is just a round table, and anybody's welcome to come in here and sit down and get in the conversation.
Come on into Discord.
Yeah, and our Discord channel, which I can't say enough about. That is a great place for everybody. We all meet in there. There's book club. There's different pages in there that you can put anything in there that you can imagine, from your recipes to deep thoughts or
Well,
whatever.
and just the other day, Dangerous One put in this fantastic thing on how to make hydroponic garden stuff. It's like, well, cool.
the things that might come in handy. Might
It
come in
will.
handy.
It
As a
will.
matter of fact, there's a lot of people saying if you got a room, plant a garden, baby. Do whatever you can to survive what's coming. If it ain't going to be the cost of living, it's going to be worse. So that'll get you. Anyway, Miss Chick, you got anybody else you want to call out?
I do. We had some blue dots on Facebook that shared their shit.
I appreciate them sharing our shit. So
I
who
know,
are
I
these shit
do too.
sharers?
Well, there's Jana Lee P. from Minnesota, Shirley G. from Illinois, Brent M. from Oregon, Rashid A. from D.C., Yvonne J. from South Carolina, and Thoyd L. from California. They all shared this shit.
Outstanding. They all shared that shit. And you know what? That just makes this family grow.
It does.
And
it has.
It has. It has. And we ain't done yet. We're big in the fight.
Dr. Andy
Hey,
down in SoCal.
let me thank Crescent Compay. I hope I said that right. Came in with a $10 donation just now and said, "Hiya, John. How you doing? Thanks for you running streaming. Really need some friendly vibe. What a messy day. Indeed it was. Hold on to your britches. That's just today. Well, stay tuned for tomorrow. There's no telling what the fuck's going to happen." Anyway.
Page 2.
Again,
John,
I just, yeah.
what's your opinion on the Department of Education being demolished? Because I have family members that work in education.
Buddy, everything's going to be demolished if he has his way. And Andy, thank you for coming in, by the way. You were muted up on a phone call there while we saying our goodbyes. So we appreciate you coming in. Don't be a
Come
stranger,
back
bud.
again.
Yeah.
I have two aunts that are teachers, though. One works in a public school, and the other one works in a private school. Jewish private school. But
Private
the
school.
school is run by Zionists.
Good.
This is
Yeah,
gonna-
it blocks that legislation, at least for now, with a couple of the state Supreme Courts that have blocked it. So it'll at least impede the implementation of withholding funding. But both my
Right.
daughters are teachers, and both my daughters also just had babies. And Medicaid and Medicare and all that stuff being on the block, like, this is why I'm in the game. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't care about what
I
happens
think that's
to me.
why we're all in the game.
But I also
Anyway.
care about what happens to my neighbor, and they happen to be Republicans.
I happen,
Right? And
I
we've
do
had
too.
both sides.
I wave at the some
Right,
bitches
we
every
both
damn time
sides.
I come in and out of here. What do
I
get
happen to want
heard?
them to be
That's what I-
educated too. Go figure.
Yep.
It's all right.
And be heard. And be,
Don't let their conduct
help-
determine yours.
Right.
Be true to who you are. Hey,
Yep.
oh shit. I was going to say something.
You forgot, squirrel.
I did. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
Shit! It'll come to me right after we end the damn show.
Patreon, smash the like button, smash that subscribe,
Smash all that shit down there. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff down there.
And tell
we
the people when we're going to be back, John.
Huh?
Tell the people when we might be back.
We will be back on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so we'll be back here on Thursday for another Blue Dot family meeting. Again, I want to emphasize how much that I have leaned on this family. Y'all all know that I'm going through some difficult times, and it has been the love of this family, the support of this family that has helped me get through this shit. And like I said, I'm not the only one going through some hard times. I could tell you names. I have them in my head. One of them shares my shit every day. She already shared it already. I know.
Yes.
Yep.
Doesn't live an easy life. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with these words. LD said in the comments, if you think 45 was bad, 47 will be way worse. There you go, baby. Words to pay attention to. Anyway, I do. I love all you. Thank you for being here. And we'll be back on Thursday. And we'll do this shit again.
Donate
And we'll keep doing it.
LCLU.
Huh?
Yeah, buddy.
Donate the LCAU.
The ACLU?
Yeah, donate to them.
Oh, yeah, outstanding. Outstanding. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, to everybody saying, Irene, I love you too. LD, Rebecca Kimball, Woke Mike, and Jacob, happy enough. Thank you all. Don Cheeto, I love you, brother. It is hippie time.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself, and we will see you all again on